Hello everybody and welcome to another of my videos for Dungeon Crusher Soul Hunters. Today what I'm doing is showing you that I have been where you have been. In fact, I'm where you have been right now. A new server opened up and that's server 12 and I decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to get a jump on this and maybe be one of the kings of the realm and create a new count on that server 12. Um, and so I've been following all of my own advice. I've learned a few extra things about how to get through this mess on a brand new server, brand new account. And so one of the things that I wanted to show you on my other account, but I didn't really have a good opportunity to, is about guild management. Ooh, what's guild management, you ask? Well, that's a great question. So, guilds. Let's talk about guilds. Let's scroll down here. All right, so these right here, you could also, it says ranks. These little star things, these are guilds. So, the biggest problem with this is your guilds determine the strength of the bosses you fight in your siege. Okay? And so, um, if we go in here to the sieges and we track down a boss, we'll go ahead and track down 4 bosses here. You're gonna get, some different levels of bosses, right? Well, when you're first starting out, you probably don't have that good of a deck. I went ahead and I bought two guns, which I think is super important for this sort of thing. Um, and then with my first gun pack on this server, I also got 5 demon horns, and I used the demon horns and the guns to then get Ophaniel right away because Ophaniel is one of the best people early game to get. And so I went ahead and did that, and I got Ophaniel and added him into my team. But the issue is if I go ahead and so this one, if I come in here, I can potentially do a power attack on this. And we'll go ahead and show this. It may or may not work. And, a power attack, of course, is 3 bugles. Look at Dindy go. Yeah. That's why you want to put Dindy in your early games, and then Dradar once you get him. But I don't have Dradar yet. Oh, so it looks like I'm gonna beat this one because Dindy's doing his thing. However, a lot of the times with these bigger bosses, you're not going to be able to kill them because they're going to do cool things or mean things like that and silence all your guys and then or kill Dindy. In this particular case, it worked out. However, if we go over here now to our mail, so remember we spent 3 bugles on this, and we only got 3 in return. So we're not farming bugles very well this way. We're just getting even. So it's good for points, but the problem is that you have very few bugles to start with. And if you're having to use more than one bugle, if you're having to use a power attack on them, then so I've with 2 of the ignore the amount of bugles I have. That's fictitious. I'll tell you that in a minute. But you start off with like 15 bugles total, and if you're wasting all your bugles, then you won't be able to like kill anything. And a single attack, you may not be able to kill them either. I mean, even with a good setup like I have, you may not see. So he just killed Dindy. Now Dindy can't do his thing, and there goes Ophaniel. And now my siege gun is silenced, so he can't do his super attack. And of course, the buffers I have are not buffing my attackers, they're buffing buffers, which isn't helpful. So, this is a very bad matchup for this first one, which is why you can't really kill those bigger ones with a single attack. Um, and the biggest issue is that I'm going to go ahead and get out of this because it's not going to do anything. So the biggest issue with this is if we go into the rewards, because I used my DH to get Ophaniel, who is 4 million points, right? You go down here to the rewards, not those. Here. So I got 120 guilds, 120 guilds, 120, so that's 360, 480, 600, 680, 760, 840, 920, 1,000, 1,080, 1,160, 1,200. So 1,200 and change, 1,260 guilds. Okay, and so that increases the strength of the people that I can track down, the bosses that I track down, right? So even the smallest bosses there are hard to kill with one shot. So, and then the bigger thing is, like, as you get more and more, you can get into a situation, if you don't have Ophaniel, especially at Galaxy X, you can get into a situation where you can't kill any of them with any amount of power attacks because they're so hard when you get up to like 18 million bosses or higher. And so you're just in big trouble. So how do you deal with that? Well, so like I was saying, there is a way to deal with that, and it's by getting rid of your guilds. The fewer the guilds you have, the smaller the bosses that you get. Now, I am going to warn you, guilds are a good thing because guilds help your heroes get higher levels, helps them get more attack bonus, and then eventually when you get 50 to 60,000 guilds, you'll start tracking the Draenor maps, which you really, really need for your progression in this game. But that's a long ways down the road. So what I recommend and what I'm personally going to do, but be very, very careful when you do this. Very careful. Because, first of all, you don't want to kill heroes that you need, and you don't want to kill heroes you can't get back. So, what you would do is, if we look through our list here, we'll see that. Here, hold on. Let me go to all. All right. So, when we go to all, we're going to see who we have. Right now I have Justice, okay? So for Justice, what I can do, since I have him and he's a relatively easy hero to get, I can go down here and I can put ranks onto Justice, alright? Oh, wait, I can't do that yet. Here, let's do, bonuses. Okay, here, let's do a Bright Ritual so that I can get my souls. Alright, so now I have my souls, because it costs souls to be able to put ranks on them. So I can max put 50 ranks into this guy, 50 of those guilds, and then what I can do is I can go to wherever it is. I don't see it. Artifacts, achievements, heroes, client, where? Heroes? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the altar. So then I can go into the altar and uncheck that. And we're going to go down here. And I'm going to alter Justice and get rid of those 50 ranks. Okay? And so I'm actually, see, it says right there, you're going to lose 50 guilds. And then it gives me shards. Okay? And so what I would do is, as you're progressing, find people in here that you can kill off. Like Albert. So Albert is already at rare. the blue rare, and so I think his is 100, maybe 150 um ranks. I don't know if I have any other blue people right now. Oh, yep, here she is. She can have a maximum of, well, it doesn't say. Let's go down here. Ranks. Here she is. She can have a maximum of 150. So if I killed her, I could get rid of 150 guilds. Here's the problem. She's fairly important. I paid for this hero. There was a deal that I got which gave me 5,000 bottles and her and something else for 20 bucks. So I paid for her. I don't want to kill her because she won't come back. And that would be a bummer if you did that. I have done that before. It was a bummer. And it took me a long time to get back. I accidentally, well, I wanted to see what would happen when I first started playing the game. So one of the dungeon draft or dragon draft heroes, I killed him to see if he would come back, and he didn't. So I lost that, and that was a very it was costly. It cost me a void to get that guy. And so then the other thing you can do is like some of your other heroes that will come back, like all of these guys. You can rank these guys up. Let me go ahead and rank up. Let's rank him. So he can have 10. Um, you could do Bianca. Abe is one that I do. I've already ranked up Abe and killed him. Um, Here you go. Nerd. You can rank him up. You can rank up Zach. I'm not going to do him yet. But you can do nerd because there are certain heroes that you obtain by altering other heroes, and so there's a combination. Here, let's see. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you can. All right. So on the Dungeon Crusher wiki, you can see who you need to kill in order to get other people, right? And so if you kill Abe, you can get one of these two. It takes a long, long time to get Todd. But you can get Abe Jr. And so, you know, these two, it really doesn't matter. But like him is good for early Dragon Draft. Over here, it's good to get. I sold a Defender so that you can have another Defender for later on in the game. Down here, you can get Bianca instead of this guy, and she is a buffer instead of just an attacker, which you really don't need. And then if you alter these two guys, you'll get these two, but then later you can alter Griswold, or I don't remember his name. I think it's Griswold. Yeah, Griswold and Nerd, and you can get your other two back, and so you'll have more heroes. Again, Griswold and Zach will get you this big purple guy, and you want to alter the purple guy so you can get Gormash. You alter this guy so you can get that guy, and then you can get him back. I don't think you can get the ape guy back. No, it's in either or for the ape guy for either one of those. Um, Races and stats there of the team. Okay, and so this guy only gives you this. However, this guy gives you an increase for all heroes DPS, which is a lot better than just buffing yourself. Um, and then one of the other things is you can whichever of the 4 dragons you get, you can alter them to get the other dragons that you want. Now, the best one that most people get is Nushkillian, and it's because he increases the base stats of 2 random allies by 200% of the hero's own. The other thing about Nushkillian, let's go back to the game here. The other thing about Nushkillian is he's one of the heroes. Um, he's one of the heroes that you can get fairly easily. So, like when you first start off, you'll have Feral Heart. If you get Feral Heart to Legendary, then he will get you to Nushkillian, which is at 43 gold. E to the 43rd gold. Here he is. And then a lot of people will rank Nushkillian up to Galaxy X, because then Nushkillian will get you all the way to Kurthro Raz, which I don't have any Kurthro Raz shards right now. But he's way down here. We'll get you to Kurthro Raz. However, I'm going to tell you that I prefer Ina I prefer ranking Ina. So I'll get Feral Heart and I'll use him because I only have to rank him one because he starts off as rare. So then I rank him once to get him to legendary, or maybe twice. Maybe you have to get him twice to legendary. Um, but then I start ranking Ina because Ina is more powerful than Feral Heart, and she is more beneficial to the game than Feral Heart. And if you get her, because she has that ability. Remember, she has that ability right here of War Cry, which is 100% DPS for 30 seconds. Um, and you're going to use that right here. This is Warcry. Anytime you're attacking these guys, anytime you're in League, well, not League, but anytime you're in PvP, you'll use it. And various places, you're going to use this. And so if you have her at Galaxy X, first of all, she'll get you to Kurthro Raz. Second of all, she will also at Galaxy X not count against your 3 heroes for your 3 hero trick. And then you can keep her active all the time so that you can use her Warcry in combination with your Arrow Storm, which you get from your avatar. And that way, you can have 4 heroes active instead of just 3. Um, it's up to you whether you do some of these other ones like Gild, if you want to get Gild up there. I think that's a waste of time early game. I think it's a waste of it could be good mid game, but it's also a waste of time late game, which I've found out. So really the only person that I would want to get up to that level is Ina at Galaxy X. None of these other heroes that provide you this stuff are really worth getting to Galaxy X. Which I've learned the hard way. So there you have it. But my point was don't alter off Ina because you're gonna need her, right? All right. So then what you could do is like here's all Isolda here. Let me scroll down here. Let me give her some ranks. 10 ranks, and I got 10 ranks here. I got 10 ranks on Nerd there. I'm not gonna do Zach right now. Um, you can put 10 ranks on this guy because you won't really use him. But remember, when you alter these guys, when you alter them, you only, after you do the Dark Ritual and get them back, you only get 3 back. Okay? So right now I have the purple guy altered. I have Abe altered, and let's go ahead and just alter her. There we go. Not quite. I still need 9 more. All right, and so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the Dark Ritual here because I'm already at the max, my max level currently. So we're going to go ahead and do the Dark Ritual. And there's that annoying purple guy back again. I still got to kill him. And then Tom Gatekeepers, who came back from Isolda, so that's not good. It'll take a while. And then Abe. So the 3 guys that I really didn't want to come back are the ones that came back. But the good news about that is I can just come back up here. And I can hire Ina, hire Abe, hire my Soul Totem, and then hire Tom. And then when I get to 13, I can get that purple guy back. There he is. He'll come back right quick. There we go. And then I can come back down here and throw some more ranks on them. 10. Here we go. 10 and 10. And get rid of 30 more. 2 and 3. Those guys. See, I'm getting Justice and I'm getting those guys. And so what you need to do is if you get too many guilds, again, it's dangerous, so make sure you know what you're doing. But you can alter some of these heroes like Macarian Frozen Elga, um, and Dragon. These three guys here, this guy, and Albert. Um, oh yeah, and then Justice and that guy. So you can alter those guys with full ranks to start killing off some of your guilds. It'll help you out um, to get back down to the lower bosses. I wish I could get rid of Albert here and show you. But you know, the lower down you're at, and if you can get this down to, you know, in the 100 range, you should be good. See, right now I have 250 ranks here, and I have a bunch of ranks on Ina as well. Um, and so I've got close to 2,000 ranks currently. Um, but at this point, I should be okay to farm bugles because I can just do these single attacks on these 2 million ones. Um, and because I have not only Dindy, but I also have these two guys, and I have Ophaniel. So killing these 2 million point ones are fairly simple. Um, I say that, and then he kills Dindy. So I'm just gonna go out of that. It didn't quite kill him, but if I do another single, oh, see, I didn't do it quick enough, and somebody else stole it. But even with one, I had the MVP and I had the uh, first find, and so I get two back, two bugles, even though I only used one. So that's good farming. All right, that is guild management. Okay, feel free to ask me any questions. Leave those below. If you're unsure about it, I'll be more than happy to help you. Again, you can find me in game on server 5 and server 11, so you can ask me questions there. I appreciate whoever it was. I'm sorry, I don't remember which character it was, but somebody sent me an in-game message because they can't leave comments below, thanking me and asking questions. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have. My name is Tuvok on all of the servers, so you can. I don't get on the other servers. I'm in probably 5 servers, but I only get on server 5 and server 12 on a regular basis. So you can ask me on those. Even if you just create a person on those to ask me questions in game, you can certainly do that. All right. Well, God bless. I hope you have a good day. And again, thanks for watching my videos.